step-by-step guide of fly screen assembly. Step 1, measure your reveals, check the level. If they're potentially out of level, you need to take your tightest measurement. Take note of where the tightest points are. In this instance, it's the middle bows and the bottom is quite tight. So once you figure that out, get 3 measurements on the width. You can use a tape measure, but this is more accurate. And then do the same on the height. So the height is the same running through at 25/20, so I'd make that 25/10. And on the width, the tightest measurement was 33/96. So I'd make that 3 meters, 390 mil. It's just enough tolerance to allow for any leveling required. Next, open the box. Being careful not to cut through the cardboard and damage the insides. But they're well wrapped, so I always expose the ends so you can see where you're able to cut without damaging the product. In this instance, that's the underside. So you can cut along there or just inside this groove here, which is probably the easiest. So this is the most important part, being careful not to scratch the aluminium. I always pick the film up first, cut through. So we've taken it outside just to allow ourselves a bit more room to build it. Preferably a little bit more room than this would have been good, but it's okay. And just make sure it's not on a hard, scratchy surface. So this is a soft wood, which has already been swept off today. This is the low alley threshold, and notice that's got a slope on it, and that side's flat, so that would go against the door. So this is my inside, and that is effectively the outside or inside of the room, a bit confusingly. They've got a groove. Careful not to pinch the cords. Just make sure that's all pushed in together. And that will eventually sit in that track. Just make sure it's square. Now you can guide these into the track. So for transportation, we're taking it back inside now. We're just taking it over to the edges, make it a bit easier for carrying it. Now what I'm going to do is check where the handle placement is on the door. It's very important to do this, even though majority of the time the fly screen will be in operation, the doors will be open, hence stopping the flies coming in. But if you want to be able to use the fly screen when the doors are closed, you must check where your handle placement is. Now this is a flat handle, but you've still got a good 30 millimeters. So I know that when we pull across, if it was tight to the doors, it's only going to get that far. So it's important to allow tolerance for clearing the handle. To check your spacing, you can use a tape measure or you can use set packers like I've got here. I know that's 25 millimeters. So what I would do, however, we're not going to on this particular job because the customer's happy having it tied to the frame, but I would set 25 mil here, my measurement there. If you're going on to something that isn't level, you would want to level this, but I know these doors are level because I've fitted them. $25mm up here, and then just make a small mark on the wall. Right, so you just have to unpick the gasket and move the strings to one side. This is just on the top and bottom of the fixings. I've got a 5mm drill bit, and I'm just going to drill through the frame in the middle. Just scoring the plasterboard on the other side, which we can carry on drilling out shortly. Then to operate the doors, the fly screen, on a nice day, open your doors up. So, another advantage of the system is that you don't need to separate it in the middle always to exit. You can use it from side angles also, like so. So it's multi-use. Okay, so step one, you get the frame out of the packet. You build it on a level surface, preferably with some pads underneath to stop it from scratching. There is a profile at the bottom of the weather bar trim and the side jamb. You want to get those to be lining up, so they're both chamfered to the front, and that is your wheelchair access effectively. Everything else goes together as it should. When you're fixing the sides, very, very important, once you've got the gasket out the way, you pull the string to the side. What that will do is it will just stop any tearing on the strings if the string ties breaks. Snag the operating of the fly screen. Other things to bear in mind, you've got to obviously level it, level left and right on the bottom, and then work upwards from the bottom is what I always do. Make sure it's level in and out as well. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.